Okay. Turn me up a little bit. Oh, you know it's about to happen. We all good. We going in. Count it off. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. I'm a real life go-getter, baby. I'm a go-getter. You think it's a game, I ain't playing with them. Face to face, toe to toe with them. No more time for talking. Put them in the coffin. Anybody roll with them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white and blue on them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white blue on them. Top chef, yeah. Back in the kitchen. Whipping up a dish to kill the competition. Yeah. Intermission over, now it's back to business. Genie in the bottle gave me 3 wishes. Woo. Wish 1, wish 2. I ain't need a third. Didn't even need a 2. I just kept it on. The powers opposites is in my uniform. And got a mystique tipping like a unicorn. Can't you see the hunger in my eyes? As I'm staring at the people on the other side. Like I'm walking around with a loaded 45. Finger on the trigger, it could go off in here anytime. Bow, bow. Ain't no warning shot. If you hear that pistol pop, it's a man down. And I tried to tell them last time, but I guess they didn't want to listen. Now listen what they saying now. I'm a real life go-getter, baby. I'm a go-getter. You think it's a game, I ain't playing with them. Face to face, toe to toe with them. No more time for talking. Put them in the coffin. Anybody roll with them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white and blue on them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white blue on them. Simple as it might seem, it's a complicated situation. You can't handle it if you ain't got the patience. Process of elimination, narrow down, liquidate. Yeah. Cleaning up my house for a dinner date. At the dinner table with my dinner plate. Eating 2 steaks, repping 2 states. I think it's time to renovate. I need a bigger space. My own lane on the interstate. Private plane and a runway. And a fine flight attendant that'll get down with it both ways. I don't even take a suitcase. I just get the way I'm going, get out looking for the new thing. Try to show you how I do things. So it won't be no surprises when I come through like the Wu-Tang. Cause I came to bring the pain. But it ain't gonna be no method to my madness, man. Know what I'm saying? I'm a real life go-getter, baby. I'm a go-getter. You think it's a game, I ain't playing with them. Face to face, toe to toe with them. No more time for talking. Put them in the coffin. Anybody roll with them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white and blue on them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white blue on them. I'm a real life go-getter, baby. I'm a go-getter. You think it's a game, I ain't playing with them. Face to face, toe to toe with them. No more time for talking. Put them in the coffin. Anybody roll with them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white and blue on them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white blue on them. Okay. Turn me up a little bit. Oh, you know it's about to happen. We all good. We going in. Count it off. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. I'm a real life go-getter, baby. I'm a go-getter. You think it's a game, I ain't playing with them. Face to face, toe to toe with them. No more time for talking. Put them in the coffin. Anybody roll with them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white and blue on them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white blue on them. Top chef, yeah. Back in the kitchen. Whipping up a dish to kill the competition. Yeah. Intermission over, now it's back to business. Genie in the bottle gave me 3 wishes. Woo. Wish 1, wish 2. I ain't need a third. Didn't even need a 2. I just kept it on. The powers opposites is in my uniform. And got a mystique tipping like a unicorn. Can't you see the hunger in my eyes? As I'm staring at the people on the other side. Like I'm walking around with a loaded 45. Finger on the trigger, it could go off in here anytime. Bow, bow. Ain't no warning shot. If you hear that pistol pop, it's a man down. And I tried to tell them last time, but I guess they didn't want to listen. Now listen what they saying now. I'm a real life go-getter, baby. I'm a go-getter. You think it's a game, I ain't playing with them. Face to face, toe to toe with them. No more time for talking. Put them in the coffin. Anybody roll with them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white and blue on them. We gon' put that body boom on them. Carolina black and white
Here we go, back again, the DNA show. Another live, YouTube, Facebook, and even Instagram. People joining from Instagram. Hey, we got another good live show for you with the one, the only, Donnie Bryan, Anthony fan, the DNA, Black and Blue runs through a DNA as always. The Carolina Panthers podcast. Welcome once again, sir. Repping. That's right. That's all you gotta do. Spread the chest out wide, and you see that logo there that we are proud to wear as always. But we have a subject today we wanted to ask everyone else. We'll talk about it a little bit ourselves as well. But man, it is. I hate to even have the conversation, but it is something you gotta think about. The question is, we're asking everyone today: should we trade Christian McCaffrey, the running back? He does it all. Does it all. He is a once in a lifetime, once in a generation kind of talent, as Donnie always described him as. So, man. So before we kind of go into our feelings and open the phone lines with you guys, let's take a look at Mr. McCaffrey, his career stats. So over his course of his career, he's been in the league. So drafted in 17, Donnie. So that's what, 5 years he's been.
This year,
Yeah.
yeah, we got him in 16 rookie year, the 17 season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's a
five
five five
motherfucking years.
5 year guy and already made a impact on the NFL and the franchise of Carolina itself. Like I said, it's a pleasure to watch him play. So in his career, he's had 781 attempts, rushing 3,587 yards. That's an average of 4.6 yards per carry every time he touches the ball when rushing. And of those carries, 30 of them have turned out to be touchdowns. Um, And not only does he run the ball, he catches. Probably best duo back. I'm going to say it's best duo back in the league. Um, 357 receptions for 3,015 yards, almost as many rushing yards. So just as many rushing yards as he got, he's got many receiving right behind it. That's an 8.4 average every time he catches the ball. So every time he catches the ball, he's just about getting the first down. That's the difference he's making. And of those catches, 17 have turned into touchdowns, baby. He sees the end zone. So in his career, he has seen the end zone, whether running or catching, 47 times. It's a lot. So, drafted in 2017, he's the third player in NFL history to have, it says 1,000 times two. That means 1,000. That means 1,000 yards receiving and 1,000 yards rushing all in one season. He's only the third player in the history of the NFL to do that. Of those three, another name is Marshall Faulk, and we know where he is. He's in Canton. So, is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Marshall.
yes,
Yep.
yes. I just want to make sure before somebody came in here and cut my throat. So, um, so
Nah, if he wouldn't, he'd damn better be.
yeah. I
So
agree. I agree with that. So he has multiple NFL records and he has multiple franchise records. So, and I want to go over that a little bit today. So in NFL records, I mean, a lot. Most receptions by a running back in a single game. Most receptions by a running back in a single season. Only running back to have 2 seasons with 100 or more receptions. First player in NFL history to have over 1,000 rushing and over 500 yards receiving, and only the third player to have 1,000. First rookie running back in NFL history with 70 receptions and 5 receiving touchdowns. First player in NFL history with 50 rushing and 50 receiving yards in 5 consecutive games. I can go on it. I mean, it's just a long list. Panthers record, single season record for most receptions by any player as a running back. Single season records for most scrimmage yards by any player. And he's only been with us for 5 years, and we're talking about he's beating out guys like Stephen Davis, Steve Smith, Cam, beating them all out. He's already doing it. First player in Panthers history to reach 2,000 yards from scrimmage in a season. Most scrimmage yards by any player in the first 2 seasons. I'm reading fast because he has so many things. Longest run by a running back in franchise history, 84 yards. Franchise record for receiving by a running back in a single game with 121 receiving yards and 11 catches. I mean, name it, he's doing it. So, but here's where the problem comes in. A lot of people say, well, he's been hurt. So, He's only played 10 games in the past 2 seasons. We're talking 16 games a season. And quick math, what, 32? In 2 years, he's only played 10 of those games. And he's got hurt. So people are saying, well, he's not on the field. Why even have him? Why pay him all this money? Well, we're in we're in hell right now. We need to trade somebody good for someone else better, or not better, but someone just as good that can help us at another important position. The argument of, well, look at the past Super Bowl winners. They didn't have a stout running back. They just had a running back that was there and did enough to win, and that kind of thing. So Donnie, what do you say, man? First, talk about Christian as a player. Yeah, I know you have what you can say about him is just beyond the moon, and then maybe go in a little bit for us. What your thoughts is, what your thought process is of this whole trade talk.
So actually, Christian McCaffrey's
Alec Leonard says trade wise still worth something. Hey, talk about that.
yeah. So let me start off by saying, and I've said it. I know I've said it a couple times in our lives. Christian McCaffrey is one of my favorite players ever. I was happy from the time we drafted him. A lot of people gave us a lot of shit about it, because he was a smaller at the time. Christian was only like 205 when we drafted him. He was a really, really small guy, and all the scouts were like, he's too small to be running between the tackles. He's not going to be your average 3-down running back. I mean, his first year, it was average, because he was playing Mind John at the store. He had an offense coordinator that really didn't know how to work with a player of his caliber. So, but after that year, man, he took off. Catching out of the backfield, jumping over people. Exactly. Jumping over people, running between the tackles with physicality, breaking tackles, catching balls out of the backfield, lining up at slot receiver. He's actually very underrated in pass blocking too, man. I've seen him get his hands dirty in pass blocking situations. So Christian McCaffrey, man, is arguably one of our most electrifying players that we've ever drafted and had in this organization. The most unfortunate part is just his injury history. That's something we can't control. It's something he can't control. Man, I just like you said, man. I just hate we're having this conversation about trading them. I don't know. I don't like that we're here, and a lot of the reason why we're here, you could probably say Matt Rule. You could throw some of it on Matt Rule. Man, I mean, you're not going to be able to find just Christian McCaffrey in your next draft. You're not probably going to be able to find him in the next 5 years. When healthy, he is the best running back in the league, and I say that with every ounce of confidence, every ounce of truth to it. Derrick Henry's a very good, football player and a great running back, but when you put a guy like Christian McCaffrey out in the gridiron, you have to stop him in multiple ways, either at receiver, guard him out of the backfield, trying to stop him in between the tackles, trying to get outside, and hopefully you can tackle him one-on-one. He may he may break your tackle. He may run by you, run over you, jump over you, all that. So I don't know, man. My main thing is that I hate we're having this conversation. And I've even come to the conclusion that if we can get something that is of great value for Christian McCaffrey, I don't know. We're just in a fucked up situation as an organization right now because like I've said multiple times, after round 1 we got to wait till round 4 to pick. Mm-hmm. And you and I have both talked about the amount of holes we have on this football team. This football team is very young. We're experienced, but we're still young and a little inexperienced.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If the right call is there, we should take it. But if we can find a way to keep Christian on the team and find a way to move someone else or just create enough cap space to go out and get some marquee free agents to build around, I mean, we can keep them. If we can keep Christian McCaffrey and address these pieces that need to be addressed on this football team, that is my number one option. Let me make that clear. But if we're unable to do that, if we're able to do that and make that happen by keeping them there, and we have to trade them, but it's got to be worth some good value. I don't want to see Christian McCaffrey leave for a second or third round. That's bullshit. Mm-hmm. That's bullshit.
I agree.
I've seen players be traded. Like, I don't know. I've seen players be traded for shit they're not even worth.
Yeah.
Like, first rounders. Christian McCaffrey, minus all the injuries, I mean, I think he's still worth a first rounder, maybe even another first rounder.
2 first rounders, yeah. I agree.
Yeah, so I mean, That's the only thing. The only thing someone can use against us in trade discussions is his injury history. Which now it was crazy is prior to his first time getting injured, he was the most durable running back in the NFL.
Yeah.
And he was playing over 96% of the snaps.
Yeah.
So he's just so happy to just getting the shit in the stick. So man,
yeah, you're right. In the chat, Alex says his workload game to game is intense, and he's right about that. And his next comment was he needs help at the end of the day, and he does. We agree with that. He needs somebody to help him.
I've always said that.
Yeah. I think we've always said that. And Samantha says, my question is there really any pros to trading him? I feel like the cons would outweigh the pros, and that's what we're gonna talk about with you guys today. Jeremy, 2 first rounds for a guy that can't play a full season. Big old nope, he says. Well, I think we're a little tough on him in terms of, yes, I get it. That, we're not talking about Greg Oden and NBA type stuff either. He has, because he has taken on a workload that is insane. And, injuries happen. Name an NFL player that didn't get hurt in their career. It would just happen to be back to back. Now, if he does it for 3 seasons in a row, then it's like, okay, what's going on? But he does. Christian McCaffrey takes well care of his body, well care.
Oh yeah.
And the second year that he got hurt, that was a Thursday night game where he had 3 days rest, and so he took on workload Sunday, then he took on the same amount of workload on Thursday, and it just happens. He said if he had robot legs and lasers, I think everyone want him. Sure, he just about does. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up the phone lines with you guys. I really want to hear from you guys today about this. You see it there, 910-912-7545. Tell us, do we trade Christian McCaffrey? Does he go elsewhere? Do we keep him? A player like that, man, I really hate to see go. And you brought up a good point, Donnie. I'll pass it back to you here in a second. You brought up a good point. Matt Rule is this team is so not coached well in so many holes. It's like he almost got Christian in this situation. If you think about it, it's like, well, throw to Christian. Well, run him. Christian. Hey, Christian, you there? Can you run it? Okay. I gotta play. Throw it to Christian. Which, I mean, then again, you can't blame him. I mean, the kind of player he is. Has he really ever failed? He's had bad games, but it's kind of like the Cam Newton thing. You can't really blame it all on him. But go ahead, sir.
No, I was just gonna say, if you think about it, man, the reason Christian gets hurt as much as he does is because of the usage he has. Like,
yeah.
How about we have some offensive coordinators pretty fucking creative and get people involved other than Christian?
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying that I don't want Christian involved. That's not what I'm saying. When I say that, I want Christian to have 2 or 3 plays off in a drive.
Mm-hmm.
Let him get a fucking breather. When you're fatigued, your body's more vulnerable to get hurt. I'm not trying to talk like I'm some guy who's a master at anatomy, but like it's, but yeah, I mean, you gotta bring in guys at the offense coordinator, guys as offensive coordinator who know how to use multiple personnel. Like,
yeah,
prime example to prove my point. Guess what happened to Todd Gurley? Arthritis caught up in his knee. Guess what? Guess where Todd Gurley is?
Yeah.
God bless him. He's at home.
Yeah.
And we were having
North Carolina native.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic football player in his prime.
Yeah.
It is sad that at 27, 28 years old, he doesn't even have a job because before Christian McCaffrey got drafted, man, Todd Gurley was holding down the fort for a little bit too. He was able to catch stuff out of the backfield. He was supposed to be the Rams' second coming to Marshall Faulk, which it looked at one time it was going to be that way. All right.
I think we might have something here. Hey, you're on with the Donnie Anthony Show. What's your name and where you come from?
Hey, Anthony, it's Jim from Raleigh. Hey, listen, wouldn't a better offensive line help him out immensely, and not to mention the quarterback as well?
Oh, yeah. Donnie, speaking on that, offensive lineman would be better to help him out and a new offensive coordinator. Would that help Christian's?
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, getting an offensive coordinator who can put you in positions to not – I don't know. Christian takes so much unnecessary punishment. Like, for instance, I'm sure – by the way, hey, appreciate the call, Jim. I think you and I can agree. We put Christian late in the game when the game's either we have won by a country mile or we're losing by a country mile. Christian's still out there. Why? Why is he still playing in those late games that are meaningless? that we're
true.
losing. Take them out. So yeah, a lot of that can be accredited to putting a better offensive line around them. But I think the most important thing is getting the right offense coordinator in there who doesn't need to rely so heavily on Christian McCaffrey and who can get creative outside of Christian McCaffrey and get the other talented pieces on the offense involved. That's my concept. Yeah, definitely some on the offensive line though, for sure.
I agree.
Sure.
So what do you think, Jim? If you had to decide right now, gun to your head, trade them or keep them?
Oh, trade? No, definitely not. They won't keep them. Why would you give them away? Keep them.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep them for at least another. When is his contract up?
Is it a 4 year or 4 or 5
Yeah,
year?
so he's probably got 3. I think he's got 3 years left on it.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Because he signed the extension
You keep
2
him-
years ago.
Well, just keep him for his contract. Why would you get rid of him?
Yeah, that's true.
You're right.
That's true for sure. So you're saying no trade, keep them, and let's keep on rolling, right?
Yeah, no trade. There's nobody out there any better than he is. So just keep him.
There you go. I like
I
it.
mean, I would love to keep him, especially if we can. Like I said. By the way, is this Jim?
Yeah,
Jim?
yes,
Is this the
yes,
GOAT?
It is.
What's up,
the
Mr.
man.
Jim? I thought I recognized the voice. I'm talking to a legend. It is my pleasure, Mr. Jim. Hope all is well. I appreciate the call again. I was gonna say if you would agree with this, Mr. Jim, if we can somehow keep Christian McCaffrey and address some of these holes through free agency and while keeping Christian McCaffrey, we might be good for the long haul.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, though, that first round pick is going to be so important because we have to hit on that pick, whether it be quarterback or offensive line. By the way, we took a quick poll on TikTok. You guys go check it out. Everyone said quarterback. So we got to hit on that quarterback pick then. We've got to hit on that. Yeah. And we got to sign some offensive linemen in free agency. That's the only way we can fix that while keeping him here, I think.
Yeah, he needs more help than just offensive line. He needs quarterback. Because everybody says, well, he needs help. He needs to split carries with a running back. Well, it's not just that. He needs a quarterback. He needs offensive line.
He needs to get Ben McAdoo needs to be creative this year. He's got to be creative with Christian McCaffrey if he wants Christian McCaffrey to play a full 16 and hopefully plus. So it comes down to being creative, man. I'll use this example. See, here's the blessing and the curse. So having Christian on the field is fantastic because he can beat you in many different ways. At the same time, with our offensive coordinator this season, Joe Brady, being so predictable, that defense knew on that. You remember that game against the Washington football team, Anthony, where they knew exactly where the football was going to be, and they almost beat Christian McCaffrey to the point of the ball. So that's the thing. If we can get a creative offensive coordinator, we'd be all right. So I'm hoping Ben McAdoo could do that if we keep Christian.
Yeah, for sure. So to answer your question, Jim, better offensive coordinator, better quarterback. We say yes. And we also say no to a trade.
Yeah, keep him to the end of his contract.
I like it, man. We are on the same page as
All
you,
right,
sir.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in, man.
Thank you for calling in, man. It's great hearing from you.
You guys have, it's good watching you guys. Have a great night.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I tell you, Mr. JD, I'll give the old initials. He is a legend.
What a monster. What a great man. What a great man. Legend. Smart man, too.
Yeah, for sure. Big Panthers fan, too.
And I know you and I have had this conversation, Anthony. I know that I've said it multiple times in this live. And like I said, I'll say it one more time. If there's a scenario that we can keep Christian McCaffrey, because his impact is undeniable. Like we can agree. Can we agree on that? Obviously, yeah. We can agree that his impact is undeniable. Like, so, like I said, now if someone comes talking like, "Hey, I give you 2 first rounders," this and that, then we may have to look into that. But if no one's talking anything over multiple first rounders, then we might have to just stick with it. I mean, it really just comes down to Ben McAdoo being creative, and by the grace of God, I'm praying that Christian can stay healthy. Like I said, some of his injuries are not really caused by him doing anything unnecessary. It ain't like he's trying to jump over 17 people and shit, or he's trying to like do some crazy ass move in the air where he like karate kicks and then tries to do a front flip. He's not doing anything crazy, but like I said, his impact is undeniable. He's a once in a generational kind of talent, man. I think a healthy Christian McCaffrey is another version of Marshall Faulk. I actually like Marshall Faulk's game a lot, man. Marshall Faulk was fantastic, and I see a lot of similarities in their games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just,
Well,
I
what
just
do you
want
think
to
the
keep
difference
him as
is
a case.
there? Oh, I guess I think I know what you're going to say. What do you think the difference is there? How was Marshall Faulk able to stay, so cool, clean, and his a good long period of a career, and here we go,
Coaching
Christian.
and getting those weapons around him involved. So they had Isaac
Bingo.
Bruce, Torrey Holt,
Yep. The
good
greatest
quarterback play,
show on turf.
greatest
Yeah.
show on turf, baby.
Yeah.
That's one of the
Isaac
greatest
Bruce,
teams ever
Torrey
assembled.
Holt,
Yeah,
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
man,
had
that's a good football team.
Orlando Pace, just to name one offensive lineman. They had one of the greatest offensive linemen of all time. Yeah, they had it all together. And
Kyle Turley was there for a little bit. He was pretty solid for a little bit.
yeah,
Remember him off NFL Street?
Yeah. I need to figure out a way to go live with Street. We play some Street.
Create a Panthers only NFL Street team.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I said, man, I want to keep Christian, man, any way possible.
Yeah.
Like I said, for me, it's only for me, if the price is right, we got to do it. But if, like I said, if no one's talking anything, beneficial, then why the hell are we going to move it?
Just talking money, we don't want to talk, or first round draft.
Hell no.
Well, let me take a step back, because I've been saying, oh no, which we do say no, but we will say yes to the right, and I mean the perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, can't turn it down. Pick. I'm talking. For example, 2 first rounders and our best offensive lineman type thing. I'm like, okay, let's see. All right, okay, And it's got to be a great offensive lineman type thing. So, and he's still young, type guy. Something like that. I'm not saying that's the key, but if Green Bay came to us and said, "All right, first round pick, and next year's first round pick too, and we'll give you Aaron Rodgers," I'd be like, okay. So, but then again, a quarterback, man. I mean, you've both said it. It doesn't matter who we put. We can put Tom Brady back there, man. He's got to have some blockers.
You saw what happened to Joe Burrow. Like, we just had this conversation. Like, Joe Burrow had a hell of a run. Like,
Sure.
But at the end of the day, the bad offensive line play came back to haunt him, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
you saw the way the game ended. It ended with him being hit as he threw, and he wasn't able to get the damn pass off. So, and I get he's playing against Aaron Donald. I get he's playing against a great defensive line, but that's what happens when you play against great defenses in the some of those big games. That kind of shit's gonna haunt you, So
yeah, it'll get you. Even if it's the last game of the year, it's gonna get you eventually. You can't. Can't have a bad.
It got us
line.
in the Super Bowl. It got Joe.
Yeah.
It got Kyler Murray got touched up a little bit against the Rams. I mean, you can't. I don't know. You can't. There's something you can't run from it. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Obviously, an elite quarterback would be good. But how elite can he be if he's only got negative 6 seconds to throw the ball?
Yeah. Well, talk about the blame. Jeremy in the chat said earlier. He said 2 first rounds for a guy that can't play a full season. No. Yeah, talk about the blame. I think it's kind of unfair blame that Christian has kind of been getting. Well, he's been hurt the last 2 years, and I get that, because you can't sit around and wait for. Are you healed up yet? Can you play? Can you play? Can you play? And it's not like we've been in playoff contention the past 2 years that he's been hurt either. So it's kind of like, and it's not like, well, your star quarterback in high school, before the state championship game went out. Now, God, if he'd have played, if he wouldn't have got hurt, it's just simple. It's unfair criticism of him getting hurt.
It is. Well, it's like I said, it's simple shit like us losing. We're losing by 24 points, and Christian McCaffrey's still back there at running back. It's the 4th quarter with 5 minutes to go. Why'd you still play? Yeah. Take him out. Take him out. That's football 101, man. And there's been games where we've been up by like 2 or 3 scores, and here we are, got our best running back in there running fucking halfback dive right up the middle. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Unnecessary. One player's philosophy that I love so much, he's actually one of my favorite non-Panther players, is something so small, but this is so important, though, to me. It may not make sense to a lot of people, but Marshawn Lynch. If you notice, Marshawn Lynch does not celebrate. He doesn't like people slapping him on him when he scores. He's like, any chance I can not take contact when I'm playing football, I want that. So if you notice, guys, if you want to see what I'm talking about, Marshawn, every time he scores and someone tries to go all crazy and slap on the helmet and all that, he's like, He waves them
Yeah.
off and he just shakes their hand. He walks off. So that's how important it is as a running back. Just a little shit like that, and that's the
Yeah.
approach we need to take with Christian McCaffrey. Even if Christian scores, don't even touch him. Just say, hey, you point. That's a fucking good job. Just jog off.
Yeah.
You got to salvage yourself as a running back, man, because you're taking so much contact 4 quarters of football. Like either way, you're gonna be in contact with somebody at some point. Every play.
Yeah, you're right. I guess you may have plans with the Creams. They're asking about you in the chat. So asking when you'll be over. Basically, I can't really say what he has said, but
oh boy, I can imagine the explicit language.
Ask when you're going to be over, basically. So
I'm supposed to go get some Baskin Robbins a little later on, man. I got a sweet tooth going, just like that motherfucker. What's his name? Tall MMA fighter, James Vick. Motherfucker got a sweet tooth.
Oh, yeah. Sweet tooth, man.
Motherfucker got a sweet tooth.
So, but yeah, the whole Christian thing, and yeah, please, someone else call in, tell us, trade Christian or don't trade Christian. So, what happens? So, also the trade, Donnie, what happens when, because obviously Christian has this big, huge contract. When we trade him, do they take on the rest of his big contract, or how's it go?
I think how it works. I think how it works from what I read earlier is like the team who gets him is going to take on most of that money. But if we have guaranteed money and guaranteed incentives in there, we got to pay him back. So that's what's called dead cap. Yep.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
LG2 says trade CMC for Jameis.
Oh God.
That's what I think of that. I am not a fan of
Jameis. It has to be the right situation. It's got to be the right situation. I think Lance might agree on this. Like for Jameis, it has to be the perfect. This year was Jameis's best year, but he was in the right situation too. I mean, Sean Payton made it very, very easy for him. I don't know. I mean, Jameis he's got so much potential, man. But his damn decision making, man, he just throws shit up like it's like we're playing in the backyard, back in damn Sunnyside School Road, 100 drive. We're playing in the backyard. Get that shit.
He's got to fix his diet. He's got to quit eating those W's so much. But no. Maybe if that and other more first round draft picks type stuff. So, but
maybe a Christian McCaffrey for Kyler Murray. I mean, or Deshaun Watson in the package somehow. Maybe, but
yeah.
Honestly, just number one, Deshaun don't want to come here, and secondly, I mean, the fucking Texans want like 3 or 4 first round picks. My ass. I'm not trading that much. That's not fucking happening. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'll just find a quarterback.
That's like cut your nose off to spite your face. It's
too
much. Yeah.
Too much. You're trading away a future.
Yeah.
The Rams may have won this year. They may have won this year. But let one of those players fuck around and get hurt, like a Jalen Ramsey. Like say if Jalen Ramsey and Matt Stafford go down simultaneously. Fuck.
Yeah.
Then what?
Lance says, on a serious note, I say they would trade CMC after he got that deal, trade him for picks and build through the draft. Could be. We just need I'd like to have a player along with the draft, at least. I mean, along with the trade. Excuse me. I'd like to have picks and a player, multiple picks and a player.
Yeah, it's rare to find a smooth trade like a Clinton Portis Champ Bailey trade.
Yeah.
That was like one of the most rare trades you'll ever see.
Yeah,
like great player for great player, and shit. That's more of an NBA type thing. But man, if we could, if we can get a decent package together, and someone's willing to, like, honestly, y'all might think I'm crazy, but like Christian McCaffrey for like Trent Williams and a first round pick, shit, that's a good deal to me. You're getting a Hall of Fame left tackle who's playing at the top of his game.
How old is he now?
And Trent's 33, but he's still playing at all pro level. I think Trent could probably play until he's right at 40. He's still so damn explosive. He's another one of those, one of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah.
I like his game. But, as a matter of fact, quick thing, Anthony, we were actually close to getting him a few years ago before the 49ers got hold of him.
Yeah, I think I kind of – it seems like that's been the trick of the trade here a lot recently. So, but But also on a side note, guys always follow us on all social media. Facebook and Twitter is at Don Ant Show. We got a brand new TikTok. Been doing a lot of TikToks on there, so those are fun. Don, is it DNA Show or Don Ant Show? That's sad. I don't even know my own handle. It's out there though. But yeah, man. It would have to, me and Donnie always say we're open to it. It's open. We'd rather not. We'd rather not trade Christian, but it would have to be the right price. Call in, guys, and tell
It's
us.
got to benefit us.
Yes or no? Yeah, definitely for sure. You see the phone number now: 910-912-7545. Call in. Just tell us your thoughts, or what you would do if it was all up to you. If they say, "Hey, guess what? Today you're running Panthers organization. You got a big decision on your hands." Because so let me lay it out for. I'm sure everyone knows, but we have a problem at offensive line. We have a problem at quarterback. Or I was thinking about this too, Donnie. Sorry to kind of change a little bit on you, but the first three. Now, granted, it was Jets, and I can't remember the second week, and then the third week was against Dallas, which playing Dallas that early this season and did not bad. Sam Darnold, he hooked us in. The first three games, we were like, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
So, what happened? It's a puzzle. It's a really big puzzle, man. And I hate that Christian's involved in this thing. They say, well, in order to make up for all the other bullcrap, we have to trade this one nice key player we have. So, yeah, it's just
my theory is we got predictable.
Yeah,
I guess we just got predictable. I guess we're easily exploited with our receivers. I'm not saying our receivers are bad, but when you tell receivers to run fucking out routes for 4 quarters without no double move, eventually there's gonna be picks thrown, and then when your offensive line finally gets exposed, they know where to rush. They know to send stunts. I just think we got predictable. That's what got us, man. And Christian going down for a little bit too, that exposed Sam Darnold a little bit because Sam Darnold didn't have his favorite target to throw to. Now he did. Now DJ Moore was cooking all year. DJ Moore had a solid year. He went to like a little slump, but the Sam Darnold DJ Moore connection was really good. But you could see Sam Darnold start panicking. He didn't have that check down there. So,
yeah.
We gotta stop being predictable. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, but to back up your saying there, game tape exploited y'all is what he says. You're right. Yeah, you're right. When you hire first time NFL head coach, first time NFL offensive coordinator, it got predictable, and these guys are a lot smarter than that. So, and then of course, the thing is, Christian is so good, he could still make plays even when they know it's coming to him.
Oh yeah.
And that's just how good he is. But again, it's over and over and over. Like you said, 96% that one year that he was a part of.
I think it was actually like 96, 97%. I think it was 97%, honestly. But either way, anytime you're being used in 97% of your offensive packages, that's like, okay, let's rethink it a little bit. Now, I don't. Obviously, when you're a running back like that, you're going to be used a lot. But 97% of your offensive packages, what kind of fucking break is he getting? Now, don't get me wrong, he's a cardio freak. He don't get tired. Yeah. I've seen him have a whole drive where he's ran for 100 yards and still jogging out in the field. He's taking like one play off. And that's good, but that long term, that's not good. So if you want to play that kind of game, we better get to the Super Bowl soon, like within the next 3 years. Because there ain't no way Chris is gonna be able to make it to 32 playing like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. At least I don't want to speak against him, but I'm just being realistic. For running back being used that much, it's tough to play 10 years of football.
Yeah, for sure. I wonder why they don't. I hope Ben McAdoo does this. I wonder why they don't use him more as a what's the word when you're out there?
Slot receiver
as a distraction.
Oh, decoy.
Decoy. Thank you, sir. Why is he not out there as a decoy at times? I guess. Do you think
Yeah, make him run
sometimes
some simple routes or something. Just to, I don't know.
now? Do you blame our offensive line, our receivers, and our quarterback? Because has there been plays? Do you think there's been times, a lot of plays where he was the check down? Because that happens a lot. He was the check down. Receiver one can't get open. Receiver two can't get open. Tight end can't get open. Well, only option I got is throw to Christian in the flats.
To me, it's a little bit of both because I've seen our receivers jog throughout their fucking routes this year.
Yep. We saw that in person.
I'm not out there to I hate to be that guy that's on the couch. Make him fucking run that route. He ain't fucking running that. Make him run that route. That's not.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that. But what I'm saying is like, when you're jogging, and you're giving half-ass effort, and your offensive line's not as good.
Yeah.
I mean, who else to throw it to, right? You either take off, take the sack, or just check it down.
Yeah.
And a lot of it also is probably, offensive play calling where, like I said, you're running fucking post every play. You're running outs every play. You're not using Robbie Anderson as the deep threat he is. There's no double move. There's no one-on-one, trust in his speed to get open with the press. Just, I don't know, man. It's a good combination of both.
Yeah.
It's a good combination of both, to me at least. Yeah. I mean, this organization's in a bad spot, but I just hope Ben McAdoo can get Christian involved. I don't think Ben McAdoo's ever worked with a player like Christian, though. So I'm a little worried about that because he might be like, fuck, I've never had a gadget like this.
Let me use it.
Yeah. Let me overuse it.
Yeah, for real.
That seems to be the trend that we've been in. Even I love our hire with Norv Turner, but Norv got a little Christian happy too, which is ended up being good though. Christian was never hurt under Norv.
Yeah.
But it was just, one of those things that when you see tape of your running back getting all the touches and he's looking successful, then everyone else wants to mimic that same thing. For future offensive coordinators coming, okay, well, we got to keep this going.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I don't know. It's a blessing and a curse having a guy like Christian McCaffrey on your team because, with that success, we're going to want more success. Like Kobe said, more records, all that.
For sure.
You got to, I don't know, like getting rid of C.J. Anderson that year, I didn't really like that. Because there could have been times on second and short or third and short where Christian could have had a few plays off and let C.J. kind of hammered it, defense down a little bit with his physical running style. But that's all here. That's all said and done now, man.
Yeah, we saw what happened when we had Mike Davis, and
Mike Davis was
split
balling.
stuff, and he did a lot of stuff and took pressure off of Christian. But then there was times where they were both out there at the same time. It's like, oh God, man. So, it's tough. We've done it to ourselves to even put a player like C-Mac in the position of even getting traded. I mean,
I was worried about this from the get-go, man.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you about this. The from the beginning, the contract from the beginning, because a lot of people I hear a lot of people saying, well, you don't pay a running back that amount of money. In my opinion, it was like, well, you either pay him or someone else will.
Well, my philosophy is, he catches like a receiver and runs physical like a running back. You're getting two roles of one player. So you got a receiver and you got a running back. Yeah. So it's like I think he was worth the contract. I mean, at the end of the day, how we use our other weapons to benefit him is on us, and which we haven't done really well. Besides DJ Moore, Robbie had a good year not this past year, but the following year. Who else is going to step the fuck up? Nobody else has really stepped up.
Yeah, you're right. Cole said in the Instagram chat. You can also join us on YouTube or Facebook, my man. He says, my personal opinion, I think CMC is a good back. However, I think I would only give him one last season to see how healthy he can stay. They can mix in Chuba just as many plays. I think that's
fair. That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, we want
shout
that
out
too.
Cole, man.
Shout out to you, baby. Donnie says shout out to you as well. And with that being said, if he just can't keep healthy, then the Panthers should trade him for some cap leverage.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect plan.
You and I actually had a conversation. It was actually during Halloween time. I was with the great Alec Leonardo DiCaprio. We were that's when the report that Christian ended up doing something bad to his ankle, and you and I had the conversation. You were like, man, I give him one more injury. We got to move on. I was like, yeah. Unfortunately. Because one more, like the one he's had, like the one that if Christian gets another injury where he's going to be out for 6+ weeks, it's time to move on because maybe a revolving thing.
It's not like he's not backing it up with play. So the thing is we're getting play out of it. We're getting really good play. We're getting history
fantastic play. Yeah.
History making play out of them. They just been hurt the last 2 years. And I think people were in such a panic that they were like, trade Christian right now. So we got to fix this now. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. To me, I think we could get the world for him, and it just still won't matter.
Yeah. Well, like I said the other day, man, to you, I think this is our most important offseason in franchise history.
You're right. I agree.
This is, like I said, man. We have done our best to put duct tape over, or let's just say it, like I always say, a Band-Aid over a katana cut on the body. Like there's a huge ass cut. You can see your damn intestines, and we're trying to put a Band-Aid over it by throwing, a guy like Sam Darnold in there and trying to get a Teddy Bridge. We're 0-2, man. We strike out. If this is year 3 and we strike out again, guess what? We're back at square fucking one. Yeah. We're going to have to restart. We're going to have to reassess the quarterback. To me, the quarterback situation is the most
franchise reset for sure.
Absolutely,
you're right.
Yeah, because you got to think if we're going to be in the trade market, try to be players for one of these guys, we're throwing away more draft picks, which is going to set us back a whole other season because we're probably going to use the only draft picks we have on a quarterback. And some quarterbacks usually have about a 2 or 3 year learning curve. You're not going to get a guy like Patrick Mahomes who gets it in year 1.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's a diamond in the rough. Jim says, on a personal note, I would hate to see him in another uniform. That does hurt. That's like when I saw Cam
see Steve in
Patriots. Steven bought it didn't hurt as much because I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Your
is my
situation,
second. But still,
your situation,
still, I was like, man,
that one hurt me a lot. That one hurt me a lot. Seeing Steve in a Ravens uniform. Excuse me. And no offense to Samantha, I was just being a Panthers fan, and seeing my childhood hero play for another team that I never thought would happen. That shit broke my heart. And then of course the Cam situation, shit broke my heart too.
Do you remember? It was kind of a viral video. There was a kid. Or it was a dad telling his kid when Steve got traded, and he's like, and he's crying. But then Steve went and he said, it's okay. And he met with him, and Steve gave him like a Ravens jersey for him. I'm like, man.
Yeah, Steve was pissed at us for a while, and he ended up dropping our ass off too.
He did.
He was supposed to go cut his fucking line, didn't he? Shit.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Did that shit, and we needed.
Blood and guts game is what he called it, and he had himself a blood and guts game. Man, it's like, and even when the DBs would knock the ball, they'd hit the ball and it'd go right in his hands. I was like, man, he is having himself a day in Baltimore.
Another thing, another player that kind of hurt to watch in another uniform. This is probably the most underrated one. Jay Pep in a Bears uniform.
Oh man, yeah, and then Green Bay. Yeah, man, all of our. The Panthers haven't had a Ray Lewis where he stayed with the Ravens his whole career.
Yeah,
Tony Romo staying with Kobe. Yeah, and he got cut short.
But who would have fucking knew what we would have done to Luke Kuechly? Shit, we might have said,
you're right.
Greg Olsen in the damn Seahawks uniform. How the fuck did I forget that?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's the thing.
Jay Delhomme even, I mean, he kind of left on a sour note just because of his play, but he went to Cleveland and died off. But it's
the Josh Norman, the at the time the Redskins didn't really bother me as much.
Yeah.
I've already been wounded so damn bad from the Jay Pep and the Steve Smith thing. Like, another day, another dollar.
Super Bowl 50 loss. You were still trying to get over that. So
that was the hardest year to ever try to bounce back. Like I already knew we were gonna have it. Well, real quick, let me touch on the year after the Super Bowl. Everybody's like, man, let him fucking go. But it's so crazy because we ended up playing the Broncos. We were the first game. We were on primetime, and Cam fucking balled, and we almost beat the Broncos. I was like, shit, we may just have a quick reset. We may be a playoff threat. And that's when injuries happen. That's when all the worst shit happened. So it's so crazy how the game of football works, man.
For sure.
Injuries. That's what I was trying to wind it all into, like injuries.
Yeah.
Injury to Christian McCaffrey has shown, statistically
up
that it hurts us.
like we did.
Yeah, statistically, it will hurt us losing a player like that. So if we don't have any accommodation, any pieces to accommodate that missing link, then we're in a fucked up spot. I think Amir Abdullah is a really good back. I think so.
Yeah.
Here's my philosophy. If we do, let's just say hypothetically speaking, if we do get the right trade offer, and we get like 2 first rounders, we retain Chuba. Well, obviously we're going to retain Chuba. I mean, he's on the contract. But if obviously we got Chuba, and then we bring in Amir Abdullah could take care of the pass catching duties and have Chuba Hubbard just carry the ball.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's a perfect solution to me. Cole also says, I do have a question, though. He can always call in. But what do you think the Panthers could get for CMC? I love the man to death, but injuries can ruin careers. Yeah, we want to give him one more year, us personally. But what could we get for him? Me and Donnie, I think before the show we had a conversation and we were saying 2 first rounders because you're getting, like you said it earlier, a receiver and a running back in one. That's so
that's hard to find.
But how many people are willing to give 2 first rounders?
If we can get 2 first round picks for a guy like Christian McCaffrey, man, that's the lottery in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think, and I'm just going to be realistic here. I think with Christian's recent injury histories, people are going to be only willing to give up 1 first rounder, which sucks ass.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
Here's a realistic trade offer: a first and a second, a mid second. That's what I'm thinking someone's going to give us for
Probably.
Christian.
Now, playing wise, well, just give me one position that you're hoping to get back: a quarterback, offensive lineman, another running back.
Somewhere on that damn offensive line, we'll figure out the quarterback. Might as
Yeah.
well just go quarterback and draft. I mean, shit. I mean, what's the point of trading for Jimmy Garoppolo behind his offensive line? What's the point of trading behind a Kirk Cousins for behind his offensive line?
Yes, I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
why not take a chance on a Kenny Pickett or I even say a Sam Howell? I mean, or Malik Willis. I mean, none of these guys apparently, jumped out on tape after the Senior Bowl. But I mean, shit, what would it hurt? We can groom these guys the best we possibly can. But yeah, I ain't no fucking way I'm trading for no Jimmy Garoppolo, Kirk Cousins. No, hell no.
For sure. We're closing in on an hour here, the podcast here. I want to give y'all guys I'll give you about 10 more minutes before I close the phone lines. But yeah, someone else call in and tell us, hey, what do you think? Would you trade him? Would you keep him? Would you not trade him? Would you go to his funeral if he died tomorrow?
Shout out to Cole, man. He said he would call in, but he's taking care of daddy duties.
Oh, hey,
So,
that's more important, sir. Not our
shout out to Cole. Too blessed.
Not our piece of crap podcast we got. I wouldn't call in. No, I'm just kidding. But
now shout out to Cole.
Yeah,
great guy. One of the great guys.
Thanks for joining on the gram here. So I was going to go live on TikTok. That way we opened up, and I couldn't freaking figure it out. Jesus.
We'd have more of a chance of people calling from TikTok, to be honest with you. Probably most likely to troll. Yeah, you are fucking stupid. Ain't your fucking game videos.
Fart in the mic. They fart in the phone. I'm waiting for somebody to call in, just fart right in the phone. I'm like,
just like you do on 2K. So man, we're in as a franchise though, man, we're in a very unique situation.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim. I learned from the best. He said graphics look great. I said, so I learned from the best.
Guys, what you're seeing on your screen and all the all the intro videos, all the creativity that you see within our social media pages, and like I said, right now you see on the screen, all that is Anthony. So hats off to Anthony. Major respect. I appreciate it. He puts in a lot of work. Man, I can't thank you enough for putting in a lot of time. He's a good dad. He's a good husband, great friend, and he still finds time to put that podcast up there in one of his top priorities. So major shout out to Anthony, fan.
Well, hey man, I
round of applause.
Thank you. You might I might have to take my shirt off for you after we get done with this, but no, I enjoy it. I really do. This is kind of what I do for a living, the video world, and it's I enjoy doing it. So, and hey, I might I might be the front man, but the real brains behind it all is DBJ, and that's the end of it.
Man,
Don't you question it.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, man, I'm happy to be along for the ride. Nah, man, it's good though, especially the TikTok thing, man. Like seeing us grow on TikTok it's really rewarding though, man, because a lot of eyes are being put on some of those posts, and you and I have been
Yeah,
talking about doing a Panthers podcast for a while, man. I mean, this means something to us. This is
it
for
does.
me, if I have a stressful week, let's say at work or just life in general, it's just a shit week or something. Yeah, I have this to look forward to.
Yeah,
My best friend, my brother, and talking about a team that I love with all my heart.
for
When I
sure.
die, there's gonna be something Panthers oriented either on my body or it's gonna be in my grave or in my casket. I'm gonna say,
We'll
hell,
put
you feel free to put yeah, put something on my grave. Shit.
we'll put you in a Cam jersey. So
Oh man, people are gonna piss on my grave for that one, but hell, piss away, baby.
yeah, we do, man. It's something about, of course, where we're from. We love where I'm from. We are proud
Yeah,
North
man.
Carolinians. Proud North Carolinians. Um, and
It's
we, I don't know, the team, the logo, the colors, it all, for some reason, I could have a 3 hour discussion about it, but it just
I think we
all,
have the most unique team colors out there in the league, man.
yeah, yeah, same.
The blue and I hated to cut you off, but I just wanted to back up your point. Like the end zone, like you remember how it used to be, had black and then they
Hmm.
had the nice blue
Loved it.
outline of the black writing. I
Yep.
loved it, man.
Yeah. It was just, I don't know, for some reason, something that encapsulated it all. And then the keep pounding slogan is just perfect. I don't know. Because in the South, we're just, we're just going to punch you in the mouth. We're nice to you, but we're not going to back down from you. And but we're gonna hug you and punch you in the mouth all at the same time. I guess you could say. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to explain, really. But
This team's always meant something to me, man. I mean,
yeah,
obviously you too. Just growing up, my mom's side of the family being Dollar fans. Rest in peace, grandma. Hearing her chant. Chant. She loves Steve Smith. My grandma loves Steve Smith.
yeah,
Oh man, she loves Steve Smith. They put me on, man, and to me it's a family affair now. And hopefully, when I have youngins, hopefully they want to carry the torch.
if that's not Southern youngins.
Oh man, that's yeah. So I, I mean, just the whole thing, man. I take pride in being a North Carolinian, man. We're a beautiful state. I hope this team starts to put things together so that way we can represent both states. Well, preferably North Carolina's, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I'll reiterate it again, though, man. Back to lecture at hand. This is the most important offseason in our franchise's history. I don't care what anyone says. That's my opinion. And like my grandma said again, that's your tail. I'm sitting on mine. Hey, we have to make the right moves this offseason, Anthony. I mean, they're not going to plug in all the holes that we have.
Yeah.
But I'd be damned. They'll plug a few, and that'll put us in the right direction. But if we take another risk at quarterback and it doesn't work out, number one, Matt Rule's got to get his ace up out of here. And we're back at square one, man. We're back in the Jimmy Clausen days. Hell, if we're not there already.
Yeah.
Weapons are there, but
you're 100% agree. I think this is I mean, we've pretty much agreed on everything, but this is like the most agreed that I've had with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
110% agree with everything you're saying tonight. So this is it. Gavel. Boom. Decisions made. Donnie, trade Christian McCaffrey or don't? Tell us.
Hate to give a half-assed answer. If the price is right, do it. But if someone's talking bullshit, let's ride it out another year, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Is that a fair, or do you want just a straight answer? Yes or no?
No, that's fair because it's.
Yeah, because to me, there's a gray area, right?
There is.
I don't want to say yeah because I'm not willing to just say, hey, fuck Christian, get him out of like I want to keep him. But like I said, if someone's talking that good talk, man, one or two, four motherfuckers first, this, yeah, the price has got to be right. I mean, fucking, hey, the price right. Come on, motherfucker, down.
All right, this next bid, he's a 5'11" honky who's buns of steel and two big thick thigh legs.
Christian, he's built
what
as man. The amount of muscle he's put on. God.
He is one built young Caucasian male. What do you bid, sir? 2 first-round picks. Okay, what do you bid? Actual retail price is. He's the greatest white running back of all time.
I just wonder what we're gonna get for him, man. If we are really about trading him, I hope Scott Fitterer makes the right decision. I better not see him get dealt for a second or third rounder. I'll be highly upset.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, man. Who knows what's gonna happen, man? They ain't got me or you back there controlling the fucking phones.
You'd be hanging up on people. Seattle. Okay, what you got? Second round. Next.
Hey, hold on, Anthony. I got a call. Who's it from? Fucking watch the match, man. Fuck them.
Everybody calling me talking about Christian McCaffrey. Who is it? Chicago? Tell her call back. Look, no, too many inside jokes for this.
lot of Mike Epps.
Yeah, for sure. Man. Mike Epps is our favorite comedian. So
talking about Pastor Jakes, talking about praising the Holy Spirit, doesn't it? I can't do him. I love Mike.
Who let that dude out of jail?
Tell her I call him back. The Lord. Oh shit.
But yeah, times 2. What you just said, times 2. Meaning I am full agreement, man. For the right price, yes, and it has to be. I'm talking, almost has to be over asking price, to be honest with you. But let's give him another year. Let's see what happens here. He gets hurt again, then let's just let it go. So that's we could talk all these, but like you said, most important offseason franchise history right here. It really is a lot. It's like chess. There's a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah.
We got to see what happens here. Who do we draft? What are we doing with quarterback? What are we doing offensive line? Christian, okay, we need this. Can we trade Christian? Has to be perfect. As of now, let's keep him. Let's see what's going on. And hey, that's it, man. So hey, we had one caller call in. JD, baby, thanks for calling in. And hey, guys, don't be afraid to call in the future. We're not going to.
No, we love the conversation, man. Yeah, we love the conversation.
We're not going to debate you. We're not going to scream, yell, cuss, fight. If anything, we'll have a good laugh together. So, but right here, boom. I think I'm closing it up, baby. Our subject today was: should we trade Christian McCaffrey? And hey, even later on, you can still comment and tell us. You can vote. Hey, we can even we'll put a vote up later on our social media for you guys to just quickly vote if we should or shouldn't. So, hey, another good live here, sir. Another good topic. We'll be back again, as always. Actually, we're going to be together next weekend. As of now, things could change. You never know how life works. But there's a lot going on next Saturday. UFC fight, Jorge Masvidal versus Colby Covington. Carolina versus Duke, Part 2. And Batman comes out. So, but yes, sir. That's it, and that's freaking all. That'll be the end of it. So, once again, baby, thanks for joining us, man. Donnie, thanks for taking this Sunday night out with me and doing the damn thing.
Always a sheer pleasure, man. You go ahead and ask me. Go ahead and ask me. I got an answer for you as far as what the hell we say around here. Well, I'll go ahead and say it. Keep motherfucking pounding.
I was gonna say,
keep
what do we say?
Pounding. That's keep pounding. Sorry, it was a Da Vinci Code, I guess you could say.
No, I knew what it was. I just.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
I was coming. I was trying to think of it.
Try to throw a motherfucker. Try to walk out like Undertaker real quick. Is he there? Shit, there he is.
So, hey, thanks for joining the DNA show, Donnie and Anthony. Because the black and the blue, that's running in our DNA. And if you were to cut us open, We're not bleeding red. Bleeding that right there. See it? That black and that blue.
My shit would growl at you.
Tell him one time, baby. Tell him one more time. There's 2 words.
Hey, man, keep pounding. And also, like I always say, God bless, God up top. Thanks for all the love and all the support. We love you guys. Peace.